안녕하세요. Wow. You from HPHC? Wow. Thank you. Then let's study Resurrection 9, the providence of resurrection. The providence of resurrection. Read.
How does God carry out His work? The resurrection of a spirit can be achieved only through earthly life.
Okay. Our divine principle very clearly mentioned how does God carry out His work of resurrection. The resurrection of a spirit can be achieved only through earthly life. Very important guidance. The resurrection of spirit can be achieved only through earthly life. The spirit can grow only while it abides in the flesh. Right? So, how can bear fruit? Without tree, how can bear fruit? Same thing. Our physical body is like a tree. Our spirit is like a fruit. So in order to complete our spirit, definitely we need to have a physical body. Without physical body, without flesh, we cannot grow up. So, without completing your spiritual self, and when you go to spiritual world, there is no way to become perfect being. You need to come down. Okay? You need to come down. So far, nobody become perfect being. Nobody completed their spiritual self. Went to spiritual world, they need to come back to the earthly world. Wow. Can you have a physical self? So together. There's no choice. Complete. He could not have a family. So he need to come down to help through father and through mother. No other way. This is a principle. Okay? This is a principle. For example, you could not become perfect being. You don't have the resurrection of the complete spirit. Then you need to come back to earthly world. No other choice. What to do? Huh? So then, when our ancestors come to the earth, they go where? They go most closest their blood lineage. When your father, mother pass away, then they go where? They go to you. The most closest person. Your own blood lineage. That's why Father talking about each one of the Unification Church members, okay, carrying the living together, minimum 20,000, 30,000 spirit. But missionary leader, and you have a more ancestor spirit. So you have to be responsible for their life. So when you become, and then your spirit become perfect being, at the time they also become perfect being. So that's why you are not individual. Thousands. That's why you are, what is that? Public being. No more individual being. Wow, can you imagine about that? I have to be responsible for my ancestors. The 30 couples. Can you imagine? Since Adam and Eve, how many people left from earthly world and living in spiritual world? How many of them? They are not yet complete. Then no other choice. They need to come down. Without physical self, they cannot complete fruit. No other. That's why when you depress so much, and all spirit also become depressed. When you are very active, when you grow up day by day, and they are very happy, at the same time they also growing up together. Aju? This is a reality. This is a reality. God doesn't exist. This is a reality. Spiritual world doesn't exist. This is a reality. Adam and Eve fell. This is a reality. Jesus came 2,000 years ago as a Messiah. That is a reality. True parents came as a once you go to spiritual world without complete your spiritual self, need to come down and then need to wear human beings, but you need to borrow from someone about the physical self. This is a reality. Aju? This is a reality. That's why you are no more individual being. You are public being to take care. 20,000, 30,000, sometimes 100. This is a divine principle, universal principle. Cannot grow up without physical self. This is the reality. That's why do not treat yourself as an individual. No more. I am public being. Not just only 430 couples. Can you imagine about this? That's why the spiritual world, all the spirit ancestors, they try to find unificationists. Who can connect to true parents? What to do? The physical self provides a certain element which we call vitality element to the spirit self. Huh? The spirit grows through the give and take action between the two types of the nourishment. We already know. Life elements of yang type from God, and then vitality elements of the yin type from physical self. So, how our spiritual self can grow up? Only two ways. One, we need to We need to have the yang type nourishment from God directly. The other one, yin type nourishment, comes from our physical self. So, without receiving two kind of the element, your spiritual self cannot grow up. So, vitality element is a yin type of the nourishment for spirit body. Yin type. So then how can we get yin type of the vitality element? We can generate the most vitality element when we live for the sake of others. Aju? Wow. Without living for the sake of others, there is no way to get vitality element. No other way. If you just live for your own sake, there is no way to get vitality element. When for example, when I touch when I touch his heart, he really moved very much by Dr. Yong. By Dr. Yong's word, whatever, I serving him, for example, I serving him, he really touched by Dr. Yong's heart. And then when he moved by me, and then kind of the vitality, energy, come to my physical self, and my physical self will return to my spirit body. You know, like a vibration, touching my heart. Then my spirit body growing. That's why that kind of nourishment, when is the best way to get vitality element? When I completely living for the sake of others. This is the best way. That's why without living for the sake of others, how can we get in-type vitality and element from the people? Aju? This is the reason why we have to live for the sake of others. Do you understand? Do you understand? Oh. That's why when you know the principle, why we have to live for the sake of others, you know, then when is the best way to grow my side? Huh? So, no other way. You need to go to the HCM area. You need to touch each one of the 430 families' heart. Touch 430 couples' heart. And then your spirit become perfect being. Not just only one or two persons' life. 430 couple means representative of nation. Representative of the world. So when you love 430 couple, it means I love the world. Aju? So, why we have to live for the sake of others? No choice. No other choice. God created in such a way. Why true parents live for the sake of others? God's principle like that. Universal principle like that. Husband live for the sake of the wife. Wife need to live for the sake of the husband. Parents live for the sake of the children. Children have to live for the sake of the parents. No other way. Through that kind of way, people Aju? How much our true parents teach us very clearly. Vitality element. So we must receive a physical self. And we must also live. We must have a filial piety and comfort God while working tirelessly and tearless. God's will at the front line. That's the best way to receive many vitality elements from the physical self. Aju? Very clear. Number 4, not just only in-type vitality element. You need to receive what? Yang-type vitality element from God directly. The spirit grows through the give and take action between the two types of the nourishment, life elements of the yang type from God, and vitality elements of the yin type from physical self. Wow. Not just only living for the sake of others. You need to give and take with God. Then you will receive directly, what's that? Yang types of the nourishment from God directly. These life elements are God's love. You know, to receive life elements from God, We always must pray and offer the devotion and observe the word. Then when are our life elements from God created? God directly involved. When we live a life of prayer and devotion. Our prayer and devotion is a time to receive God's life alignment directly. Secondly, when we practice the parent and relationship, when we judge from God's perspective, when our hearts are overflowing with gratitude, all overflowing, and the vertical alignment. And when we yearn for God's word. So God's love comes from His word. That's why without studying Hundoke, without loving God's word, our spirit body cannot grow up. What is the best way to grow up? Our spirit self, internally and spiritually. That is God's word. That's why Father is saying, God's word is God's love. The more you do Hundoke, the more you receive God's love. That is the best way to get life elements from God directly. When we study God's word thoroughly. Aju? Number 5. When we work hard to make God happy, becoming one with God's desire and heart and situation. And when we long and yearn for God, same way, when we long and yearn for our true parents. This is vertical alignment, Vertical alignment. Through the vertical alignment, we can get life elements. Through living for the sake of others horizontally, we can get, what kind of element? Vitality. Vitality element. Oh my God. Vertically and horizontally. What is the best way to get vertical, the element? You need to study God's word. The best way. And then what's the horizontal way to get life, the vitality? Through living for the sake of others. That's why Dr. Kito very clear. Bible mentioned that you need to love God. This is the first commandment. And then secondly, what? You need to live for your neighbors. Wow, Bible is very clear. And then our spiritual world, our Father's guidance of the spiritual world, very clear. Vertical and horizontal. Living for the sake of God. Secondly, horizontally, living for the sake of your neighbor. That's it. Only. Yes? Clear? Very clear. Yeah. Bear. Where is the tiger? You are bear. Where is the tiger? Prepare to go for you. From yesterday, I really pray for you. I have to be responsible. You, how much you join church, and really have to, you feel so much guilty. Do not arrange it properly for your blessing. Huh? Your heart is ready? Huh? Oh. I really appreciate it. You are still 이츠 대조가 되었다 또 A 요소 그래진다요. 나처럼 미치가 아니. 주대끼니와 가미사마 웃게를 고도나. 勉強することなんです。御言葉は神様の愛の表現は現れる。だから神様の自分の霊人体が神様から愛を受ける道がない。それが主デッキ。大デッキには何かというと、ために生きることなんです。本当にために生きると栄養素が相手から来るんです。本当にために生きて相手が本当に感動を受けるとき、相手からエネルギーが、霊的なエネルギーが私の陸士を通して霊人体まで到達する。その時、私の霊人体が成長します。2つしかない。1番、神様のために生きること。2番目、本当に人々のために生きること。この2つの道を通して自分の霊人体が成長する。もうしょうがないよ。あらせ？昨日よかった？よかった？어제 좋았어?よかった？よかった？하나. Living for the sake. No other way. God, without vertical alignment, we are just one for my neighbor. But we need to console him. And then, as much I love God, that much only I can love my neighbor. That's why without knowing God, without loving God, there is no energy to live for the sake of others. For the sake of That's why commandment. Then first commandment is what? You need to love God. Secondly, you need to love your neighbors. Very clear. That's why Bible teaching is really amazing. I feel it. Bible is really God's revelation. This is really amazing. We cannot get that kind of the guidance from any scripture. Any scripture. This is really, this is God's plan. Mother Teresa. Adam and Eve fall, and then they not yet begin to enter formation stage. Under the, what's that? Under the what? Formation stage. Which we call it that one? Hell. The word of the hell. Adam and Eve fall. And then they drop to the under the formation stage. Not yet begin your life. So when you join our church, and then you enter the for fallen people is also to be completed through the other stages. Secondly, you should design your whole life as 3 stages. Huh? That's why you really need to think how to manage your entire life. First one is what? Childhood, adolescence. the child, your remaining life. That's why as a parents of our children, that's why our old generation, our youth, our children look to their time, then the whole life does not make any sense. That's why, beginning the seed. So, the era of the childhood is really, really, that is the formation stage, prime of your life. And then completion stage is what? Old age. Childhood, adolescence. What's the most important time period of the childhood and adolescence? Keeping absolute purity. Okay? And then, through the prime of your life, you need to form your family. You need to form your family as a husband and wife. And then, last stage, old age. You need to complete 4 realms of heart. Parental heart, conjugal heart, siblings heart, children's heart, 4 generations, 3 generations, living together. The completion stage. That's why you should design. When should be matched? When should I receive blessing? Okay? And then really need to practice how to take care of your family. And then after 3 generations, 4 generations, my family, 4 generations living together. Now I have 3 grandchildren. Every day they are crying. Every day they are sending the video. The first grandchild, second grandchild, third grandchild. I'm so much excited to see that. Then I feel that, I am getting old also. When my grandchildren are growing up, but I am so happy. Not 3 generations and 4 generations. And then now I have 3 third generation. When they grow up, become 20 years old, they should be matched and receive blessing. And then my last child, Sun-shin, is 20 years old. And then, of course, he started a family, but wife is still studying in Sunmun University. And then when she come back 2 years later, let's say, and then he become 22. And then maybe he have children. First child become 20 years old. After 20, it takes 23 years or 4 years. And then my Sun-shin's last child, 20 plus 30. 30 years. Then my last son's last child, until my last grandchild receives the blessing. That means I need to survive a minimum 30 years. I'm 63, 73, and then 83, 93. And then until my last grandchild receives the blessing, and then before going to spiritual world, I can proclaim in front of God and through parents earthly world, I am completed, concluded, perfected. No need to come back to earthly world anymore. 아주? Because 3 generations. 3 generations. And your mission can complete. That's why, of course, I every day pray for Dr. Kitten's couple. Yesterday, I want to pray more substantially. Dr. Kitten, I want to have your family photo, seeing your daughter and then son-in-law and lady become more substantial. I negotiate with Heavenly Father. He's working very hard. Why not yet? Couldn't try. Negotiating. I directly involved. My neighbor, no function. This is really not pain. 아주? That's why I have to be every day exercise. I cannot have overweight. 1 kilo, 2 kilo overweight. Until my last grand trial, I received the blessing. There's more. 63, 73, 83, 93. Until I still very healthy. And come there, then, oh, why are you talking? Very bloody. This is one of the my last grand trial. And then when I see His blessing, I want the benefit. Mission complete. Bye-bye. And from now on, I will speak for Sayonara. Very, very clear. Negotiate. So, what did I find? One. I wanted to. Small. No? No? Name is Yusan. That's why you need to desire and comprehensive. That's why it's too late. My goodness, our brother now 36 years old. 37 years old. And then grandchild. Oh my goodness, you need to live until 100 years old. Where's your tiger? There's the tiger. From Korea. So, how many children now? 5. Wow. I really envy 5 children. Twins and 3. Wow. It's really good parents. 2 and 3. Huh? I have 1 boy, 2 boys. Actually, I want to have 12. So we don't know, but so it's very already 19 years already had 1, and then we are so surprised. Just we already so you do not feel any fear. Not much. She said, ready, Father. Tell me, I'm so glad. And find my find and keep little well. So good faith. Many things. my grandchildren. Most vitality element from them. Oh, it's see the one already enough. Amazing, amazing. So, child and I, and then great child, you know, produce directly. And then the stage, resurrection, non-life. Life blessing. Blessing means rebirth. And then what does resurrection means? What? Growth. Grow day by day. That's why you have experienced three types of life. One, life of rebirth. Secondly, the life of resurrection by day. What is the final one? Eternal life. Eternal life not in spiritual world. Eternal life means completed. Your four realms of heart, three great kings completed. When you do Samha, your spiritual body already completed. Four realms of heart, experience of four realms of heart, three great kings. Already your eternal life already completed before going to spiritual world. That is what? There is Song. Ceremony of eternity. There is Song. No one come to earthly world at all. That's why before going to spiritual world, we need to have three kinds of experiences. Number one, without exception, experience of the rebirth, life rebirth. Everybody, without exception, need to receive the blessing. So, we need to grow up day by day. That is the resurrection, the life of resurrection. And finally, we need to complete the life of the kingship. That is the life of eternity. Ajo? Wow. This is very clear. Three ordered stages. So, another one, three ordered stage, individual perfection. We need to complete our what? Family perfection. Finally, the perfection of dominion. How to accomplish it, the perfection of dominion? How? Through what? Through heavenly tribal messiahs. This is a restoration of environment. HTM. HTM is third blessing. That's why everybody needs to go through this way. Individual perfection, family perfection, the perfection of dominion, which is the mission of heavenly tribal messiahs. Very clear. Molly, understood? How clear it is. The conclusion, the providence of resurrection is end life. Number one, merit of the age. It means liberation of your ancestors. You need to liberate your ancestors, and then you can get more merit. And then secondly, believe and practice the word. You really need to do good and try salvation. And then through this way, your body can become perfect. Third one, you live for the sake of God. You need. Number four, three ordered stages. Designing your whole life as three stages. Then we can really can be resurrected and then become complete our life. Wow, I am really inspired by principle of resurrection. Very clear. Very clear. So I put one Bible content. I am very inspired. Father said, resurrection means what? Grow day by day. Day by day. And then become more, bigger and bigger and bigger. So, how can we get the proof you are really resurrected? Day by day growing and bring more result. That's why the Bible very clearly mentioned. Job 8:7. Your latter days will be very great, very great. Though your beginning was small, when you just joined church, you are very small. However, your latter days will be very, very great and expand. Day by day expanding. So how to apply this Bible verse? A person who lives together with God always grows, always ready. He or she